Did you know that behind the glitz and glamour of old Hollywood, some of the biggest stars were secretly tangled in affairs that would shock even today's audiences? Old Hollywood wasn't just about iconic movies and unforgettable performances. It was also a world full of scandal, where passion, betrayal, and secrets lurked behind every velvet curtain. From heart-stopping love triangles to affairs that shook the very foundation of the film industry, these scandals were the talk of the town, and they still make headlines today. In this video, we're diving into 25 scandalous affairs in old Hollywood that shocked the world. Get ready to uncover the stories that not only rocked the stars involved, but also forever changed Hollywood's image. You won't believe some of the names that are on this list. Number 1. Clark Gable and Loretta Young. One of the most famous scandals in Hollywood history, Clark Gable's affair with Loretta Young began on the set of The Call of the Wild in 1935. Their secret romance became a quiet storm, and Loretta found herself pregnant. She chose to keep the pregnancy hidden, secretly giving birth to a daughter, Judy, and claiming her as an adopted child. Despite the intense nature of their affair, Gable and Young never publicly acknowledged it, and the world didn't learn about it until many years later. Their story added a layer of mystery to their careers, keeping fans guessing about what really happened behind closed doors. What happened after? Could this love story have had a different ending if they had come forward? Number 2. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Their love story was one of the most passionate and tumultuous in Hollywood. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton met on the set of Cleopatra in 1962, both married to other people at the time. The affair was scandalous, causing a huge stir in Hollywood. What followed was a whirlwind relationship marked by drama, infidelity, and 2 marriages. Over the next decade, they became Hollywood's ultimate power couple, keeping fans captivated with their intense connection. What made their love so irresistible, even though it was filled with drama? Number 3. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner's affair was nothing short of fiery, full of passion, but also conflict. They married in 1951, but their relationship was anything but smooth. With rumors of infidelity and explosive fights, their marriage ended in 1957. Sinatra's obsession with Gardner, combined with her fiery temper, created a bond that was as intoxicating as it was destructive. Despite their tumultuous relationship, their chemistry couldn't be ignored. Could their love have survived if they had handled their differences differently? Number 4. Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy. Perhaps one of the most talked about affairs in Hollywood history, Marilyn Monroe's rumored relationship with President John F. Kennedy captivated the world. While the affair was never officially confirmed, the iconic moment of Monroe singing "Happy Birthday" to JFK only intensified the rumors. The alleged affair was one of the most shocking scandals of the era, leaving many to wonder just how far their connection really went. How much of the affair was true, and how much was just gossip? Number 5. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's affair started in 1944 on the set of To Have and Have Not. At the time, Bogart was married to actress Mayo Methot, but he was drawn to Bacall's youth and charm. The two had undeniable chemistry, and their affair quickly became the talk of Hollywood. Eventually, they married, and their relationship became a shining example of love in the industry. They went on to make several more films together, becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. The press adored them, and they seemed to have the perfect relationship, filled with passion and respect. But was it truly flawless? Their relationship faced challenges, including Bogart's previous marriage and the pressures of fame. Still, their love remained a powerful symbol of Hollywood romance. Number 6. Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly. Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly's affair in the 1950s was brief but intense. The age difference between them, Cooper was almost 30 years older, raised eyebrows. Despite this, the two stars were drawn to each other during the making of High Noon in 1952. Their chemistry was undeniable, but Cooper was already a seasoned actor, and Kelly was just starting to rise to fame. Their affair became one of Hollywood's most talked-about romances at the time. However, Grace soon found a more lasting relationship with Prince Rainier of Monaco, and she married him in 1956. While the affair with Cooper was short-lived, it left many wondering what could have been. Had Grace chosen Gary, would she have had the life she found in Monaco? Many still consider their romance one of the great what-ifs of Hollywood. Number 7. Errol Flynn and Beverly Adland. Errol Flynn's affair with Beverly Adland, who was only 15 years old at the time, shocked the world in the 1950s. Flynn was a major Hollywood star, but this relationship would leave a dark mark on his legacy. Flynn and Adland's relationship was controversial, with allegations of abuse and manipulation. Flynn faced accusations of statutory rape, but he never faced legal consequences. At the time, his celebrity status protected him from serious repercussions, and the affair was kept quiet for years. The scandal eventually came to light, causing public outrage. It remains one of the most shocking scandals in Hollywood's history, especially when compared to today's standards, where such an affair would have likely resulted in severe consequences. Flynn's once glowing image was forever tarnished by this troubling relationship. Could this affair have had a different outcome if it had been handled by today's standards? Number 8. Ingrid Bergman and Roberto Rossellini. Ingrid Bergman's affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini in the 1940s shocked the world and changed her career. At the time, Bergman was married to Swedish physician Petter Lindström when she fell in love with Rossellini. Their affair led to a pregnancy and a divorce, causing a massive scandal, especially in America, where Bergman was beloved as a wholesome, all-American star. The public backlash was intense, and Bergman was condemned for breaking her marriage vows. Her affair with Rossellini marked a turning point in her career, and she faced heavy criticism. Despite this, Bergman remained with Rossellini, eventually giving birth to their child. The scandal eventually faded, but the impact on her career was significant. Today, the affair might not have caused the same uproar, as societal views on relationships have changed. Number 9. Dean Martin and Marilyn Monroe. Dean Martin and Marilyn Monroe's rumored affair in the 1950s remains one of Hollywood's great mysteries. While the relationship was never officially confirmed, their undeniable chemistry, both on-screen and off, sparked plenty of rumors. Their flirtation in films like The Stooge fueled speculation that they were more than just co-stars. They were both huge stars at the time, and their on-screen romance seemed to spill over into real life. Despite the rumors, neither of them ever publicly acknowledged any romantic involvement. Some believe their connection could have turned into something more, while others argue it was nothing more than a playful friendship. Whatever the case, their flirtatious energy left a lasting impression on Hollywood's golden era. The idea of them being more than friends continues to intrigue fans today. What could have been if their connection had gone beyond friendship? Number 10. Natalie Wood and Warren Beatty. In the 1960s, Natalie Wood and Warren Beatty were at the peak of their careers, and their brief affair shocked Hollywood. Beatty was known for his many romantic entanglements, but Wood's affair with him was particularly scandalous due to her high-profile marriage to actor Robert Wagner. Number 11. Judy Garland and James Mason. While filming A Star is Born in 1954, Judy Garland had an affair with her co-star James Mason. Both were in troubled marriages at the time, and the affair was widely speculated but never officially confirmed. Their chemistry on screen was palpable, and many believe their off-screen relationship contributed to the film's success. Would their romance have worked outside of the spotlight? Number 12. Vivien Leigh and Laurence Olivier. Vivien Leigh's affair with her Gone with the Wind. Co-star Laurence Olivier was well known, but the true drama of their marriage came after. The couple's affair led to their marriage, but the marriage itself was filled with infidelities and emotional turmoil. The public was captivated by their passionate and tumultuous relationship. Number 13. Bette Davis and Gary Merrill. Bette Davis's affair with Gary Merrill, her co-star in All About Eve, eventually led to marriage. However, their relationship was filled with tension, and Davis's strong personality clashed with Merrill's. The couple's affair was well known in Hollywood, and their relationship added another layer of drama to Davis's already colorful personal life. Could their love have survived without all the drama? Number 14. Jean Harlow and William Powell. Jean Harlow and William Powell were one of Hollywood's most popular couples in the 1930s, but their relationship had its scandal. Though their love was real, their brief affair before marriage was riddled with complications. Harlow's rising stardom often put a strain on the relationship, leading to rumors of infidelity. Number 15. Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor. Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor's affair in the 1930s was filled with highs and lows. Taylor was often seen as the epitome of the perfect husband, but behind closed doors, his marriage to Stanwyck was troubled. The couple had a passion-filled but ultimately short marriage filled with betrayals and secrecy. Number 16. Lana Turner and Johnny Stompanato. Lana Turner's relationship with mobster Johnny Stompanato was scandalous for several reasons, including the abusive nature of their relationship. Turner's teenage daughter, Cheryl Crane, ended up fatally stabbing Stompanato in defense of her mother in 1958. The public was shocked by the violent end to what was already a tumultuous affair. How much did Lana's love for Stompanato cloud her judgment? Number 17. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy's love story was one of the most enduring and tragic in Hollywood history. Though they were never publicly a couple, their long-term affair was the talk of Hollywood. Tracy was married, and their relationship was a source of constant stress for both, with Tracy struggling with alcoholism and other personal demons. Was their relationship built on true love or merely a shared need for secrecy? Number 18. Greta Garbo and John Gilbert. Greta Garbo and John Gilbert's affair in the 1920s was one of the earliest scandals in Hollywood. The two stars were incredibly famous at the time, and their intense chemistry both on and off screen led to an affair. However, their relationship was short-lived due to Gilbert's struggles with alcoholism and Garbo's disinterest in maintaining public relationship. What might have happened had they managed to overcome their struggle? Number 19. James Dean and Pier Angeli. James Dean's relationship with Pier Angeli was one of the most tragic in Hollywood. The couple's affair was filled with complications, and though they had deep affection for each other, their relationship was never able to fully blossom. Angeli's overbearing mother and Dean's fame caused strain, and they eventually separated, leaving a lingering sadness. Could their love have survived if they had been more independent? Number 20. Mae West and W.C. Fields. Mae West and W.C. Fields had a complicated and often hilarious relationship. Although their affair was full of chemistry and flirtation, it was also filled with constant banter and mischief. Their relationship was never too serious, but their on-screen and off-screen antics kept the public intrigued. Number 21. Rock Hudson and Jim Nabors. In the 1950s, Rock Hudson, one of the most famous leading men in Hollywood, was secretly in a relationship with actor Jim Nabors. At the time, Hudson's homosexuality was a closely guarded secret, and their affair became one of Hollywood's most well-kept secrets, only becoming public after Hudson's death. How different would Rock Hudson's career have been if he had been open about his sexuality? Number 22. Charlie Chaplin and Mildred Harris. Charlie Chaplin's affair with Mildred Harris began when she was only 16, and their marriage was filled with scandal. Harris gave birth to Chaplin's first child, but the marriage was filled with tension, leading to a messy divorce. Despite their troubled relationship, Chaplin continued his successful career as one of Hollywood's greatest stars. Could Chaplin have avoided the scandal by making different choices? Number 23. Warren Beatty and Natalie Wood. Warren Beatty's many affairs were well known, but his affair with Natalie Wood was particularly scandalous. The two had an intense but brief relationship in the 1960s, which sent shockwaves through Hollywood due to Wood's high-profile marriage to Robert Wagner. Number 24. Cary Grant and Betsy Drake. Cary Grant and Betsy Drake's marriage was marked by drama, as both were deeply infatuated with each other, yet struggled with their emotional turmoil. Their relationship was often seen as an example of the complications that can arise when two complicated people come together. Number 25. Lauren Bacall and Jason Robards. Lauren Bacall's affair with actor Jason Robards in the 1970s was one of the most publicized of her life. Bacall had recently lost her husband, Humphrey Bogart, and Robards was at the peak of his career. The affair brought a new chapter to Bacall's love life, though it was ultimately short-lived. And there you have it, some of the most scandalous affairs that rocked Hollywood. These love stories, filled with passion, drama, and controversy, remind us that even the brightest stars have their secrets. But what if things had turned out differently for these iconic couples? If you enjoyed diving into these shocking tales from old Hollywood, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And let us know in the comments, which scandalous affair do you think could have had a happier ending? We can't wait to hear your thoughts.